Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hutch's Garage for episode 30 of my 1954 International Harvester Farmall Super MTA tractor restoration. In this episode, the Fast Hitch will be removed. This Fast Hitch was added to modernize and make the tractor more useful for various tasks. If you like this sort of content, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Please check out the playlist to see all of the videos of the Super MTA tractor restoration. Please note that this video footage was made earlier in the year.
We're outside now, and what I want to do is remove the hitch and all this stuff back here so it'll be easier to clean the tractor up to paint and individually clean all these separate parts. So I'm going to try something new that I've never done with a GoPro, and that is to do a time-lapse sequence on this. So what you're going to see is a first time time-lapse by me. So here we go.
The first thing we're going to do is take off the Fast Hitch drawbar. Then unhook the right side lift arm and the left side lift arm, let them down, and leave the, or in other words, drop down the whole bale. Took off the right side lift arm, or link, and I'm trying to take off the left side right now. Still working on it. Now I'm releasing the lateral swing control straps from the right side part of the right receiver, drawbar receiver. So now it's mostly out. There, it's out and released. Next thing to do is release the pin on the bale pivot bracket that holds the bale on. Actually, and this takes a lot of work getting all this loose. So I'm putting a jack under there to lift it up and hopefully drop it down. But I had trouble getting this bale out. There's a ball socket up there, and it's between the two sides of the bale pivot bracket, and it wouldn't want to drop down on me. I took all sorts of things to try to get that thing down. So you can see I worked on it for a good while. Try to wiggle it back, but it won't move. Frustrated. Still won't come out. I try to raise it up and let it go down, hoping that it would drop down. I even used a crowbar to try to wedge it out. There it goes. It finally came down. So I drag it out and lay it off to the side. So I'm taking off the PTO guard right now. Get it out of the way. I don't need it back there. it's off and down. Next, I'm going to start working on getting the hydraulic cylinder taken off. There's a linkage on the left side there that gave me some trouble to get out. I had to get it out before I can remove it. Actually, I think I'm releasing the traction control link. It's part of the draft control. Now, I am still going ahead with taking the cylinder out. I'm raising it up. There we go, we got it off. Now I'm going to work on the traction control, I believe, next. Yep, I'm undoing the screws that hold the upper end on of the traction control handle. Yep, there it's off. There I'm releasing the traction control linkage arm that goes up to the bale pivot bracket arm. So to get the sides or the side plates off that hold the rock shaft on and all the rest of the Fast Hitch stuff, I have to take the handle off the independent power takeoff control. So that lever's got to come off because it'll interfere with taking the side plates off. Yeah, linkage on it that has to be released. Plus the two main bolts that hold it on. Okay, there we got it off. Now I'm going to work on removing the right side plate. Those are 3/4 inch bolts that hold it in. There, I guess right now I'm messing with that lateral control swing arm too. I'm going to take the shaft that holds it out. It's a swinging device. It's really quite complicated. It's a lot more complicated than a regular 3-point hitch. But the one thing about the Fast Hitch, it's very flexible to do many things with. And International should have released the patents on it so they could have had equipment made for it from other companies. That was the downfall. They kept everything to themselves. This thing was actually better than a 3-point hitch, in my opinion. You can still use it as a 3-point hitch by putting adapters in the drawbar receiver plates on the side of the bale. Okay, I got that part of it out. That's all part of the lateral control. Now I'm working on those side plate bolts. Using a 3/4 inch drive. Okay, that was the lower part of that. Okay, that released it when I got that side plate loose. There's the right side plate off. So the rock shaft and arms are just hanging on the left side right now. Now this is a danger point right here. You really need to secure that rock shaft. And I'll tell you why at the end of this video. Alright, I actually dropped it on my toe. I thought I had a hold of it, but it came down on my... So I'm taking the left side plate off right now. making it safe to release it. Now it's off. So that's basically most all the Fast Hitch released. I still got to take the bail pivot bracket off. It's a large piece that's kind of U-shaped upside down. There's 3 large bolts that hold it on, and it's pretty heavy. It's what the large bail, that's what they call it, that big U-shaped thing that goes up underneath there. You can also connect the drawbar to it with a special device, which are a straight drawbar. I'm using my 40-inch, 3/4 inch long handle, or 40-inch long handle, to get those bolts loose. They're pretty tight. Finally got it down. You can see how large it is. Pretty heavy.
Well, I've got all the hitch off of it. One thing I want to stress, you probably should wear steel-toed shoes in case something heavy falls. I had that happen to me. I haven't looked at my toe yet, but I think I may have a black toe from a falling piece. What you should do, or I should have done, was tie wire up here when I got the rock shaft off, getting ready to take it off. There was a piece on the end of it, and I was taking it out, and I had a hold of it, but I didn't have a good enough grip on it, and it came down pretty quickly. Same thing with the lower part where the drawbar connects up, that big bracket under there. Normally if you got a swinging drawbar, it's a little bit smaller, but for the Fast Hitch, it's a very heavy piece. Again, there's 3 large bolts. The socket sizes were 2 at 1 5/16 and 1 at 1/8. Okay, you saw me, hopefully on the video, I had a 3-foot breaker bar to get those loose. And I put the jack under it and I tied it off, and that made it safely coming down. However, I didn't wire it very good, and it eventually fell down on its own, but I was clear from it injuring me. So that concludes removing all the hitch stuff. I will remove these pieces if I can get them loose. This one over here is still fairly tight, the nuts are. I'm going to roll this back into the garage and continue working on things.
That's all the time we have for in this episode. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Please continue to join me for the next episode as I restore and rebuild this 1954 International Harvester Farmall Super MTA tractor.